Cindy, the hard-working girl. There was a little orphan named Cindy who lived with her auntie. Her auntie was a wicked woman. She had 2 daughters named Carrie and Erin. Her daughters were very lazy. They refused to do any work at home. They would toss their clothes all over the house. They would leave the table untidy after dinner, and then call on Cindy to clean up after them. "Cindy, why are my clothes not folded?" Carrie said. "Oh, Carrie, I just cleaned up your room. I'm surprised to see a big mess again, and besides, it's time for me to go to bed," Cindy said. "Well, you are not going to bed," her wicked auntie said. "This room must be sparkling clean before you go to bed." And so, Cindy had to clean up the room again while everyone slept. She was so tired. In school, Carrie and Erin were also very lazy. They didn't like to do any work. At home, they would steal Cindy's homework book and copy her work. Once they finished, they would go ahead to mess up the house again. Cindy had a kind heart, but she was very tired of the constant cleaning. She made sure she studied very hard so she could get a good score at the university entrance exam and leave for college. Her auntie told her, "I don't know why you are studying so hard. Even if you get a place, I won't have any money to pay for your tuition." One morning, the king announced that the town would be offering a scholarship for the most intelligent student. Whoever had the highest scores would get a scholarship to Harvard. Cindy was over the moon. This was a dream come true for her. She started studying with all her free time. Carrie and Erin were upset that she kept studying, so they made sure they messed up the house as much as they could, so she would spend all her time cleaning. Cindy didn't let them stop her. She studied so hard and was ready for the exam. On the evening of the exam, all the girls got ready. As her auntie came to the door to take the girls, she looked at Cindy. "Where do you think you're going? You can't go. You need to clean up the whole house again. It's messy." "But auntie, I really need to attend this exam," Cindy cried. But her auntie locked her in and took her ticket. Cindy was so sad. She had really prepared for this exam. She was sad and upset and started cleaning the house again. Suddenly, the room became cloudy and an old fairy lady appeared. "Hi, Cindy. I am your fairy godmother. I have watched you work so hard and prepare for this exam. I am so sorry your auntie didn't let you go." Cindy was in shock. "Thank you, kind lady," she said. And the fairy waved her wand and poof! The whole house became sparkling clean. And then she looked around and saw a toy car. She waved her wand and it disappeared and reappeared outside. She waved her wand again at Cindy's dirty dress and it changed into a neat frock, and so she gave Cindy a ticket and told her to go into the car. "Make sure you come back before midnight or else everything would change back to its original state." Cindy got outside into the car and it took her to the venue. When she got there, she showed her ticket at the door and she was let in. Her auntie's daughters didn't recognize her. They were busy struggling to answer the questions. And so Cindy finished her exam and made sure she was home by midnight. The girls came back much later, so tired and upset the exam had been so stressful. And they made a big mess all around the house so Cindy could clean up. The next morning, there was a knock on the door. Erin peered out of the window. It was the palace messenger. "Oh, Mummy," she screamed, "I think one of us won the scholarship." Their mum was so happy, she rushed to the door and opened it. "Good morning, ladies," the man said. "I'm pleased to inform you that we have a winner from this house." The girls were so happy as they waited eagerly. "The winner of the Harvard scholarship is..." Miss Cindy Jones. The sisters were in shock. They didn't understand how and why she won. They couldn't believe it. "It's impossible," her auntie said. "It is possible," he replied. "Cindy got the highest scores in the exam, even though she came in late. Pack up your things, Cindy. We will be taking you to Harvard to start your university degree." And so, Cindy packed her things and left in the palace car. The lazy, envious sisters were so sad.